When you start to feel a little bit uncomfortable trying to take that ownership for yourself is you start to justify. You start to say, no, I'm not blaming everybody else. Money is just not that important to me. It just doesn't matter. Well, did you know that it costs money to eat? Did you know it costs money to feed other people? So when you start to say things like, oh yeah, I'm not blaming other people, I just don't worry about money, you start to live in this la-la land and you start to create these smoke screens around money. And the reason why so many people do that is because we're insecure about our own money. We're not happy where we are financially, so we try to just distract as opposed to going through the hard, which is taking the ownership. Now here's the reality. Both of these are hard. It's hard being broke, it's hard struggling with money, and it's also hard taking the responsibility and now doing something about it. Pick which hard you would rather have. And I know there's a lot of crap out there because people will try to prey on those of you who want to see that wealth without actually putting in a lot of work, and they'll sell you these get-rich-quick systems on how you can make 6 figures in 6 months. In these 6 easy steps, all you have to do is pay $997. But the reality is building this type of wealth takes time and it takes hard work. There's no way around it. That's why I call it a decade of sacrifice. A decade of sacrifice means you put in 10 years of living below your means and working to earn more money. And if you're willing to do that while investing whatever you don't spend, you are gonna be in a completely different financial situation 10 years from now. But I'm not talking about 10 days or even 10 months, I'm talking about 10 years. Now you'll start to notice a difference in 21 days, you'll start to notice a bigger difference in 90 days, you'll start to notice a big difference in 1 year. But after 10 years, that's when you can really start to see the difference and the impact of your investing. It's not an overnight thing, but building a financially healthy lifestyle is a lifestyle. It starts with you not spending all of your money. It starts with you then working to earn more money, that way you have more money to invest, not so you can drive a faster car. You continue to live small, you make more money, you have this extra money that's not being spent, and now you take this money and you start investing it, and then you start to learn how do you invest your money smarter. Maybe you just start simple. You just throw your money into the S&P 500, you just put your money into the total stock market, you buy these index funds or ETFs as a way to start. But then you say, I want to get a little bit more involved, I want to get better returns on my money. Now you start to learn more about investing, you start to look at different investment opportunities, maybe you start getting involved in real estate, maybe you start becoming more of an active investor in the stock market. You start to look for more unique opportunities. Maybe you start to say, I want to invest in my own business. Great. This all takes more work, more time, more effort, more energy, more research, but now you're doing it with a plan. You're doing it with the goal of actually trying to build wealth instead of just making money to make BMW rich, instead of just making money to make Rolex rich, instead of just making money to make Delta rich. You're making money to make yourself rich so you can buy all those things, but letting your money that your money made pay for it. You're letting your investments pay for it for you. It doesn't happen overnight, but this is where you got to start, by changing the way you think. And if you can change the way you think, you're going to see a whole new world of opportunities that you didn't even know existed. Because it's not about being in the right place at the right time. It's about being in the right place at the right time, while also being in the right mindset. I read something similar to this in a book called The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I didn't create that myself, but this is where you got to understand that you can't see the opportunities unless you're in the right mindset to see the opportunities. And that's the difference between somebody who becomes wealthy and doesn't, is the person that becomes wealthy, they've changed their mindset first. And you got to start with that. And if it's something you struggle with, go out and read 5 personal development books. If that's not enough, go out and read 10 personal development books. If that's not enough, read 25 personal development books, listen to podcasts, listen to YouTube videos about personal development, work on your mindset. And you'll start to see the difference between a growth mindset and a scarcity, limited, broke mindset. And now, once you understand that, you can go out and really start building that wealth for yourself. Now again, for those of you that are investors and you want to stay up to date on what's happening in the financial markets, my team at Briefs Media publishes a free newsletter called Market Briefs, where we break down what's happening in things like the economy, housing, stocks, crypto, and the global economy into a fun, witty, and easy to read newsletter. It's completely free. We have hundreds of thousands of investors that are reading Market Briefs every day. So if you want to join, I got the link for you down in the description below. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.